Hey, welcome everybody to the Blue Space Faction Pack tournament draw. And like overview of the tournament, saying hi to everybody, doing a live stream. I'm Patience is a Virtue, and I'm here with three super duper amazing people who are making this happen. Go ahead, guys.
I guess I'll jump in on Tactic Blue. I'm the person who's compiled this pack. Special shout out to Jahite and Haymaker for their original adaptations of the Vasari TEC and Advent. Then big special thanks to everybody credited in the lab channel, as well as everybody else who I forgot. I'm sorry if I forgot anybody in that post. Please let me know and I'll update it. I appreciate all the help from the community. It's been really cool to see how quickly and passionately they've been embraced. So thank you all.
And one of the original playtesters and enthusiasts is with us today.
Yeah, no, I'm here as a fan, and again to just I never do this enough, but thank you again, Tactic, for you know putting this pack together and bringing it to all of us. It's a blast, even though I might have a particular affinity for a specific faction. They're all wonderful, and I really have enjoyed this. Um, Even though I made the really poor decision of playing one of the original 17 factions in the first game, because I know you wanted to test against some of the existing factions. But ever since then, I make sure to play one of these factions when I play the Blue Space Pack. So I just wanted to be here as a fan and say thank you.
Cool. And our ever amazing streaming hosts say hello, Flat Tomato.
Hey, yeah, sorry. Didn't realize I was going to be talking. I was busy typing in Twitch chat. Back to
Thank
you,
you for
Patience.
saying for thanks for running the tech side as always, Flat. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do real quick is talk about the tournament, which is people, I think most of the people watching know what it is. So it'll be very brief, just to say that because we had so many people interested, we shifted from 36 players. We decided 66 was a number that we could accommodate without it being too much admin work. We have this structure that was suggested by Flat Tomatoes actually, and adapted by the organizing team, Aeronok, Fargonus, Berserker, um, and Squeamish Emu, and Cusa, and Tactic. Myself, tell me if I miss anybody there. And yeah, that team, like, we kind of adapted this idea of 66 players. So we do 36, would do 6 games of 6, and the winners of those would play against the 30 who we're going to draw for today, who are going to get buys. So that's the structure. So they're going to be 6 games starting on Sunday, going over the week from the this Sunday the 12th till like the 19th, the following Sunday, and then the winners of those games will play in the tournament weekend, which is the semis on July 24th to 26th. So all the factions that are here today are going to be in the tournament. No other original factions, and we have a preset map which you can check out. Clear Skies is pinned in the tournament chat channel. How many viewers do we have right now, Flat? Maybe that's been typed. 30? Okay. I think it's worth doing a quick overview of the factions, Tactic and Cusa. So I'm going to hand it over to you guys um, to talk about the factions a little bit.
I guess I can just quick the video that Flat Tomatoes has posted on YouTube, which is thanks again for doing that. Is pretty up to date. There's been a couple changes. I can go over the TEC one real quick. The TEC changed their first faction tech was a 1 red. It's been changed to a 2Y. It now, when you exhaust a planet in the action phase that has a space dock on it, you get a commodity. It's a pretty simple change. Lots of money back. Really, it actually sort of changes up how their faction plays. Hughes, if you want to talk about the Lazax change, that's the only other real major one. This for the 3Y.
Yeah. Yeah, Blazex is the faction that I have a particular attachment to, and so Tactic very kindly includes me in any discussion of any changes to that faction, and I was able to beg to make this particular change in a manner that I really really like, and the change is the 3 yellow technology goes from being able to view another person's secret objective at random to being able to discard one of the unrevealed public objectives and draw a new objective and look at that new objective before setting it back down. So again, Lazak's, their tech path is a little bit tricky because they have the 3 yellow on the one side, and then you kind of want to go blue green in a lot of ways. So it makes me feel like a little bit of that Sardak decision of which way do you want to go down, but I think it's a path. It's a choice of 2 really good paths, and I'm really excited about that change. So thank you, Tactic.
Yeah, and I think I'm getting the vibe here that Tactic doesn't want to intro all the factions again because we have that YouTube video. But I think we do have a little bit of time and people are here listening. So let's talk a little bit quickly about the ones we love the most because these are some really dynamic and cool factions that we're all just learning more about all the time. So we'll give a little taste. I really enjoyed playing the Zeth, which is where are those guys? It's these guys here, right? Yeah. The Zeth are kind of like a Jolnar light. They have this ability to buy like a permanent one of their, what is it, Tactic? What is it? A two yellow that allows them to basically have to be able to pay for triggers anytime for a tech similar to focused or the same as focused research essentially. And
Patience.
They have just amazing diversity of options and a lot of flexibility and a decent trade good economy too. So I really enjoy the Zeth. I've also had a lot of fun playing the Ket and the Dran. What's your favorite faction of the bunch that you've created and worked on here, Tactic?
Well, I love all of my all of them pretty equally.
I think I can answer that question.
Yeah. I think most people who have been around can answer what my favorite is.
It's the reason I got Disney Plus.
No, it's the Veldir. The Mandos are fun, but the Veldir are 100%.
Okay,
They were the first faction I made. They were part of the original 4. They were the first one I wrote lore for, and they are my firstborn child and my favorite. I very much appreciate them. Their whole thing is they have space cannon dreadnoughts and they make a lot of extra cash. So they're a blast to play. They were more or less built to fit precisely the play style I enjoy most playing, which is being a rich asshole. So
well, and I think
having played against you as Veldir, I can agree that they very much fit your playstyle.
And I think it's worth pointing out, just without getting too far into all the factions, I think it's just worth pointing out that they're generally really well balanced. There's been months and months of playtesting, and in particular, an intensive past couple of months with more and more people in the community playing them and giving feedback. And a lot of tweaks, Tactics been on it constantly and talking to people constantly. And I think what's exciting is like there's like lots of little glitches have been caught and improvements have been made thanks to all this feedback. And like there's some are stronger than others. Like there's a few power factions, but essentially like they're all kind of like mid-tier-ish, right? Would you guys agree? And so it's really competitive.
Absolutely, I would say there's nothing here as strong as a Sar or a Jolnar, and there's nothing here as weak as a Winnu. So yeah, I think they're all well within the range of existing factions.
I guess I would also speak to just the design philosophy I had on building them was to not go overboard with like abilities or anything. The closest I get to that I think might be the Mandos. They start very strong, but they don't scale well. And part of the goal for like balancing the factions was to basically put them all on equal footing, but give them different toolboxes.
Yeah.
Which is so like the Mandos have a toolbox that starts round 1 running and then doesn't do a whole lot different. Doesn't scale very well. and it's up to the player to really pilot that toolbox the way they want.
Yeah, and some of the things in the toolbox are super cool, like Lazek's fighters that bombard and Dran, isn't it the Dran destroyers that have
Mhm.
4 on
Yep.
6s and hit on 7s.
Yep.
And who is it that carries the fighters? Is that the Advent?
Advent have extra fighter carrying. The
Yeah.
Mandos have the double dice on cruisers. The Mahawk can steal faction abilities. The Kepler Cole have an ability that lets them assign hits with sustained damage. There are a lot of really cool tools in the pack, and that was
So
kind of the goal.
people just need to try them out. So we should leave people to do that, refer them to that YouTube video, which is pinned in the tournament chat thread, and get to the main event, eh?
Yeah. I guess I could explain the draft structure here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So the way it's worked is, of the players who signed up, there are 2 decks. Each player has 1 card in each of those 2 decks at the bottom. So everybody has an automatic 2 entries into this pool, and then there's a set of cards for people who played, 1 card each for people who played before these all went public. So the early play testers and adopters, whose feedback was instrumental in making this all happen. And then everybody who has played a faction at least once gets a card entered for them for that faction. So if
And
this
who logged
pool,
it?
yeah, so this was it's totally top secret. Thank you to all who are filling out the data. You've been rewarded with getting seated based on your level of experience with the factions.
Yeah, so it's a slightly weighted draw, basically. And before we start pulling the cards, we're going to pull 29. And I just want to say I've made an executive decision as tournament co-organizer, that we're giving an automatic buy here. So these are going to be the 30 buys, the people who go right to the 6 semis games on the 24th, 26th weekend, July 24th, 26th weekend. And the first buy that we're just setting aside right now at the beginning is for Man Bear Piglet, who's in Australia. He was invited to the 14-point invitational, couldn't make it, is a busy person who works or whatever, and has very limited availability. And because we're so European and North American centric with our time and organization, I just thought he's not going to miss another tournament because he can't. These times don't work for him. So we're just giving him a buy into the semis because none of the play-in game times worked with his schedule. So I didn't want him to miss out again because that already happened with the invitational tournament. So that was an executive decision, not entirely fair perhaps, but hopefully equitable in terms of geographic diversity. I'm happy to take the heat on it. Now, the other 29 are completely randomly drawn with that weighting system that Tactic just introduced. So without further ado, CUSA and Tactic take away the draws for the buys to the semis.
I guess I'll draw first.
Yeah, and I'll just make a quick note that we can, if somebody's name gets drawn a second time, obviously we'll just discard it and draw again.
Yep.
So
Yep. I will also note that some players have opted out. Their names are not included in these decks.
Oh yeah, that's true. 2 players wanted to play in the play-ins, Jamal and Jurston, so they are not in the deck.
and so Tactic, remind me, we were going to draw 1 column and then reveal, right? And then draw the next and then eliminate any duplicates.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So you want to go ahead and flip first one?
First person's Mad Sheep.
Next person is Sir Kalen.
Then we have Wumbo.
TG Welch.
And Nada.
Nice. So there are the first 5 players: Mad Sheep, Sir Kalen, Wombology Major, TG Welch, and Not a Lolicon. All right.
Fargo.
Fargo, yeah. Micmac.
Hunter, not the Space Cats Peace Turtles one.
Exactly. Telagos.
And Scott Ward.
Nice. So the next 5 buys are Fargo, Micmac Moose, Hunter, not that one, Telagos, and Scott War.
Son of Lita.
Green Flame. Fargo, all right. So let's.
So viewer
Who?
Ted.
All right.
Asgard von
Edgar
Helm.
Van Helm. Okay.
Duke Luca.
Yeah, based on my position, I'm technically reading these upside down. So that
Oh.
one was a little trickier. Maybe I should have adjust my seat.
So we've got Son of Leto, Green Flame, Tedward, Asgard von Helm, and Duke Lukem as the next buys.
Emu, yeah.
Bezod, Rider, and Red.
TG again, all right. Hunter again. Ruffians. And Death. Nice.
So we got Squeamishimu, Bazaar, Rider in Red, Ruffians, and the Defters.
All right. Hunter again.
Hunter's been practicing and logging.
Olo. Nice.
Nick.
Knick-Knack again.
Melissa.
Rider in Red. Yeah. Fargo. All right.
Zippo.
All right. Schroeder. All right. Brizzo. All right.
Okay, so the five were Olo, Zippelin, Melissa, Schroeder, and Fabrizio. Fabrizio Chris or Chris Fabrizio?
Yep.
All right. Patience. There we are.
Rigged. Cusa.
Maybe it is rigged. Melissa again.
Zenda.
Jacobro.
Okay, so those are the 30 people who are going right into the semis on the 24-26 weekend. We'll read them off real quick again. Mad Sheep, Sir Kalen, Wambology Major, TG Welch, Nautilali Khan, Fargon, Micmac Moose, Hunter, Telagos, Scott War, Sunalito, Green Flame, Ted Forward, Asgard Von Helm, Duke, Lukem, Squeamishinu, Bazaar, Rider in Red, Ruffians, The Defterus, Olo, Zippelin, Melissa, Schroeder, Bill, Brizo, Chris, or the other way around, Patience, Cusa, Jacalobo, Zendog, and Manbear Piglet. Those 30 names will be posted in the Tournament Chat channel, and the other 36 players who are not there will be scheduled tonight. And that schedule will go out probably late tonight in the Tournament Chat channel and also to the individual players. And those games start on Sunday. So if you indicated your first choice Sunday, there's a possibility you're playing Sunday if you're one of the 36. And it'll go for the week after that. And we may tweak times a little bit. I think we already decided to push the split one back an hour. So we may tweak times slightly. But anyway, there'll be lots of communication with that. Is there anything else you guys want to say about things going forward?
I just, again, I'll say it's really exciting to, this community, I think, is really good at bringing things together. And I think Patience, you have a lot to do with that. And so thank you to you and thank you to Tactic again. And I'm really looking forward to this tournament.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these all get played. I'm really looking forward to the tournament. Thank you again to the community, as well as to the people on Reddit and BGG forums who started out early on helping with all of this. It's been really cool to see it develop and become what it is today. So thank you again, and congrats to the people who got buys.
Yeah, we'll get that scheduled out tonight as fast as we can. And I really just want to thank Tactic. I mean, this isn't happening without you. We were kind of looking around for another tournament idea, and this is absolutely perfect. And the community, as you said at the beginning, has just been playing these like mad the past couple weeks since we announced it, and it's been pretty cool to see it all take off, and to see you continue to put in all the hard work of tweaking the faction. So thank you, Tactic, for making it possible. I guess. Sorry, go ahead, Tactic.
I was just gonna say congrats again, and let's get the show going. Yeah.
Yeah, last thing to say, I think, is that these cool that these games will not be streamed, the first 6. I mean, unless people want to stream them themselves when they're playing. They will have a host, member of the organizing committee at the beginning who will help make sure the draft goes smoothly. That draft structure is pinned in the tournament chat channel as well for people who are practicing. And yeah, Tactic, can you actually quickly explain how people practice again for those who don't know already in terms of it being in the mod?
Yeah, it's just in the variance bag now. It'll get changed and updated as necessary if things are broken. I think we've got pretty much everything by now, but we'll see. Anything that needs to get patched will be by the tournament. It'll be locked in for the tournament weekend. And as far as things go, it's just I guess this box is in the variance bag. It has everything you need in it. Just pull it out, right click it, click unpack. Inside that box will be a handy dandy, if I can pull it one, this tool. You click build bags and it will set up all the bags and slice tokens for you for the draft system.
Yeah, it's so simple and straightforward. It's really awesome. So thanks to Daryl, Raptor, and the others who've helped integrate everything into the mod so diligently. I think some pretty cool community effort there. And it's just, if you haven't played them already, have fun doing so. It's so easy because not only is all this in the variance bag and the tournament maps in the maps bag, clear skies, but it's also like everything down to the combat rollers and the cards are all integrated in the mod. It's pretty awesome, and I'm sure that's been a ton of work, Tactic. So that's pretty great. Cool. If you're interested, we will stream the semis weekend and the final a couple weekends or whatever after, based on the winner's availability. And if you're interested in commentating on the semis games and the final, let me know with a direct message. We won't have quite as many party community commentators as we did for the 14-point invitational, but we do want some people, and let me know if that's something that interests you. And yeah, stream team, we've got a lot, there's lots of people who've agreed to do that, but if you're also interested in streaming, let me know, because we need some backups, and that's just going to be all the behind the scenes work, and we really appreciate everybody's help with that as well. So looking forward to playing some games starting on Sunday. We'll get the schedule out late tonight.
Thanks again, everybody.
Thanks, Flat Tomato, for streaming it. Thanks, Cusa.